So I know it's late. I'll not take more than your 15 minutes. And I'm doing this talk only to get myself recorded in this video camera. So I really don't care how many people are sitting there. But I promise in next 15 minutes I'll try my level best to teach you something which is very fundamental in Angular. But most of you, I hope, must be knowing that. But if you don't know it, it will be very useful for you. All right, so all of you are aware of Angular services, right? So Angular services works on dependency injection, all we know. And Martin Fowler once said that saying an application is special because it has dependency injection is like saying a car is special because it supports well. Now I'm not going into detail of dependency injection. You can learn about that on internet, but Angular services works on dependency injection. So title of my talk is 4 Gambit of Angular services. Like 4 things in Angular services which you might not be knowing, and let's see that whether I'm adding some value to your learning or not. So I take many interviews of students. I ask them that, hey, what is Angular service? When I ask a student what is an Angular service, right? Hey, what is an Angular service? An answer which I usually get is this is an Angular service, which is in front of you. A very popular Angular service, probably your first Angular service. All of you agree with that? And what is the command to create that Angular service? nggs app, right? So it creates that Angular service. And when I ask to students like you that, hey, what is an Angular service? These points I get. First, services are used to share data and functionalities between 2 unrelated components. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, nothing fancy about that. All of you agree with that answer? Yes? Last 15 minutes, yes? Second is services can be used throughout the application. Again, nothing fancy. Third is that services are singleton. How many of you answer it services are singleton? Depends. Please raise your hand. Okay. Depends on what? Yes, you sir. Depends on provider. Okay, you want to add something? Okay, so if I need to tell someone that Angular services are singleton, all right, it depends. Let us see that how it depends. Some of you might be knowing that. If you don't know it, so next 5 minutes we are going to spend on this, and I promise you after that we'll never get confused about Angular services are singleton or not. All right, good answer by the way. So here what I'm going to do, how I can mirror my screen. Never mind. How I can like show same screen? Oh, okay, this is perfect. All right, so what I have done, everyone, I have a product component here, and please be with me. I have a product service here. Now, how I can find whether this service is singleton or not? To find that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a variable called static object count. And why static? Anyone can tell me why static? Because a static variable is shared across multiple objects, right? And in the constructor, I would say product service dot object count equal to product service dot object count plus 1. Now, why in the constructor? That if Angular creates 10 objects of this service, this constructor will be called 10 times. Agree with that? So if there are 10 objects of this service, the value of object count should be 10. And here I am going to print nothing fancy so far? All right, let's see that how it calculates number of objects. And this service has a function called get products. I have multiple components. I'll go to a component called product component here. In product component, let me inject that. All right, and then I'll say and let me display this message. Alright, so let's see the output now. Hello Dhananjay and function F12. How many objects are there? There are one object, right? Alright, now I'll go here and there's a quiz. Do we have some giveaway to give here, Sunny? Do we have some giveaway to give here? If I ask some question, can I give something to them? Yeah. Alright, so if you answer it correctly, you will get something. What I'm going to do, here in the component or product component, I'll take these providers and say product service. Now what will be the output? In the console, what will be the object count? One or two? Come on, one or two? But I have provided it twice. I have provided in the product component and at the root. Yeah, so it should be one or two. It should be one. And why should not be two? Yes, you. Why should not be two? It's providing the root. Okay, be with me. You are saying that it would be only one object, not two, because the another provider is in the root. That's your answer, everyone? Yes? Okay, tell me. Very close, very close. Let's see that. Give a round of applause to him. Come on, last 10 minutes. Okay, so let's see that. Let's see that. Number of objects, 1. That's correct. But your answer that 2 is not correct answer because we are using root is incorrect, and I'm going to show you how. Okay? So here I'll go to inventory component, and in the inventory component I'll do same thing. Product service, message, and see, this is called live coding. Alright, now let's see the output. Now what I have done, before I show you output, let me summarize. I created a service called product service. In product service, providing root is already there. Then I'm using that service at two places, product component and inventory component. In the product components providers array, I reprovided that service. Now we are evaluating what should be the number of objects. Just like 2 minutes back, some of you said that it will be only one object because other provider is equal to root. Right? Let's see that. So here I am. Right now I am here. Okay, and I need to use this inventory component. I'm not using it probably, so let me go to app component HTML and let me use this app inventory. So I'm using this app inventory here. How many objects are there? So that answer that one is only one object due to root is incorrect. That's hence proved. Now what is happening here? Let me ask you another question. There are two objects, product component. Which object is being used by product component and which object would be used by inventory object? So this is the learning which we are going to do. Many of you do that mistake. Alright. So there are two types of injectors in Angular. Two types of injectors in Angular. One is called element injector. Element injector means component and directives providers array. Second type of injector is called module injector. Alright. So when this element injector has a priority, as he rightly said, over your module injector. So now what is happening? Be with me that how Angular is reading your code. See here. So Angular sees that okay, app product, it goes to product component. So in the product component, how it does? Okay, a dependency is injected here, PR, it is being used here. Now it will try searching provider for that dependency of line number 14 in this component at very first. If it finds that, it will use that object. Here it finds that, right? So it is using that object. Now let's go to the inventory component. In inventory component, what is happening? Same scenario, but in inventory components providers array we don't have product service. So it would go to the parent component of inventory component. And in this case, parent component of inventory component is app component. Now in app component also we don't have product service in the provider's array. Oh, we are coming to that. Okay. So then it will skip the own provider and only go with the parent. Parent. Yeah, good question. I'll just come like in 30 seconds on that. So here in inventory component, provider's array you don't have product service. It would go to the parent component, which is app component in this case. Again, it doesn't have product service in the provider's array. Now there is no further parent component. So job of element injector is over. Now it will switch to module injector. So it will search for provider's array in the current module. Right now we have only one module, which is app module. So it will go and search that in the app module's provider's array. Now if I go to app module, it does not have here. Does not have here. So module provider's job done. Sorry, module injector job done. Element injector couldn't find. Module injector couldn't find. Now it will go to your root injector or any injector or platform injector. So you have here root injector providing colon root, and due to that is creating an object and it's working here. Now here's a trick question, everyone. Now how many objects would get created? Let me simplify it for you. I have provided it 3 times. Provided colon root, product component providers array, and app module providers array. How many objects? 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Okay, why 2? So product component is clear. Product component is clear. Inventory. And very good. And it will stop searching then and there. So it will never go to the providing colon root. Is it clear, everyone? These things are smaller things but very important for your interview perspective. They confuse you here, right? Yes or no? Come on, be honest. Alright? So this singleton thing is clear. So if I need to tell you that what should be the correct definition of Angular service, it should be like this. Alright, so we talked about this singleton. Singleton, all of you know what is singleton. So our service is really singleton. As you rightly said, that it depends. So if you have to tell it in English, this should be the correct definition. Services are singleton within the scope of an injector. It's not singleton, singleton, singleton. And I hope all of us did an honest justice understanding in the last 5 to 7 minutes. Hope you not forget it now. Okay, he asked about skip self. So there are few decorators. So you say that, hey, even if there is a provider's array on me, don't use that object. Use object of my parent or the hierarchy up. Use that decorator. So they are at a rate optional, they are at a rate skip, they are at a rate self. We are not going there today. Let's focus on few other concepts. Okay. So these are the your injector hierarchies. Module injector and element injector. In module injector, first in the modules and then in the providing. I explained you that in the back, getting? And in element injector, the provider's property of component or directive. This is my, so this question I ask in my all interviews. Alright? It is the same service, app service. And here is the product service. Let's say that that export class product service, assume that is product service, okay? Not app service in the left. So when you do nggs product, that left side would get created for you. Export class product service and providing colon root. After Angular 6, but before Angular 6, that right hand side was there, like product service should get added to your app module. Which one should you use? Providing? Let's not go very, again, depends thing. Like in a normal scenario, what should you use? When you don't have very specific requirement, providing option? Yes? Now I ask this question to students who are appearing for interviews, that what is difference? Most of them say that, okay, that is root, means it is available throughout the application. Agree? But it is in the provider's area of main module. It means it is also available throughout the application. Then what is difference between these two? First one is tree shakeable, second one is not tree shakeable. Now how many of you honestly tell me that you don't know difference between these two? Please be honest, all we are a student. Raise your hand if you don't know difference between these two. No, if you don't know. How many of you, please be honest. You know why I am doing this? Not to put you on the spot. To figure out that in our workshops, free workshops, or further discussions, what topic we should learn. I don't want to bring the topics which you already know. And sometimes, since we do a lot of Angular, we assume that you know everything. Right? And you can be honest to me, I'm like your doctor, Dr. Angular. Yeah, give a round of applause to me, come on. So I see here like 65% of you actually don't know difference between these two. I'm going to give you a demo in next 3 minutes. You'll never forget. All right? Let's see that. Singleton clear? This tree shakeable. Now what is tree shakeable? We'll come to the technical definition of that. But see this difference between these two. So what I'm going to do here, I have this product service, same product service. Okay, so I have this product service and I'm using it at 2 places, okay? So let me go to this product service.ts, and what I'm going to do here, my friend, okay? And I want all of you to go and practice it. Here I am saying console.log, I am part of final output bundle. So I put a console in that service that, hey, I'm part of final output bundle. All right? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of this providing colon root. So I don't have that providing colon root now. All right? And next what I'm going to do is that I have been in the app component, let's say that I'm not using any of those components. So what I have done here, everyone, I created a service, I removed providing colon root, all right, and in the app module, providers array, I am passing that product service, and I am not using that product service anywhere because I commented that app product and app inventory. You notice that? Okay, to simplify for you so that you don't get confused, what I'm going to do quickly, let me have this, but I'll quickly go to product.component. No, you get the idea, I guess that we don't have time for that. So I commented that. So here essentially what we are doing, we have created a service, but we are not using it anywhere in the application. All right, everyone, we created a service, we are not using it anywhere in the application, and let's see what output we are getting here. Can you see I'm part of the final output bundle? Can you see I'm part of the final? Oh, sorry. Here in the output, can you see I am part of the final output bundle? What it says that you created a service, and even if you are not using it, that service has become part of your output. Means that service is not used anywhere in your application, but is still increasing bundle size of your output, which is not good. If it is not used, it should not be part of the final output bundle. So what should we use? What should we do? For that, what we'll do here, we will go back to product service. So we'll get rid of these providers, and we go to this product service.ts, and we'll use root. Now see, I removed that providers and I'm using root. Now if you look at here, and if you like this, you have to give me a round of applause. I'm very greedy today. Can you see the output now? Oh, still I'm part of the final output bundle. I'm sorry. Oh, in-app module, yeah? No, import shouldn't be a problem. I guess I must have not saved it. Let me see in the product. Oh, sorry. All right, so here, so my demo failed. Thank you so much. Product service and part of the final output bundle, providing root, product component. Let me get rid of from here also. Inventory component. Wow. Okay. In which component? Inventory component? Yeah. Which component? All right. Oh, thanks. Now that's gone. So what happened here? This is a demo of real tree shakeable. Tree shaking means it's a big term. It's an engineering term. It has nothing to do with Angular. Tree shaking means if something is not used by your application, it should not be part of your output bundle. So this providing creates your service as tree shakeable. If it is not used, Angular will make sure that service is not part of your output bundle. Yes, question. What if you don't? Okay. Well, your question is that you want that service should not be linked outside a module. Yeah, so pass the module instead of a root. Then use any separate object, right? I don't have time for any today, but it's already on Geek97 YouTube channel. You can see that. There may be better answer of your question, but as of now, I can think of any. But having said that, there could be better answer of that, how to restrict to a module. Okay? So of course, module would restrict to a module. I guess module should restrict to a module. Yeah. Okay, we'll come to this debate. Let me complete first. So, but I strongly believe that module should restrict to a module, right? What I was saying? So tree shakeable is that. Now providing is tree shakeable and provider is not tree shakeable. One question for you. Let me see in the back. So this providing and providers are part of module injector, right? How can I make an element injector tree shakeable? In the component when I do providers, how I can make tree shakeable? You got a question, everyone? So we have an option to pass service in the provider survey of component. So if we pass in the provider survey of component, like if we use providers means it is not recyclable, how we can make an element injector recyclable? Then it becomes module injector, it is not element injector. No, so the answer is element injector is by default recyclable. So if a component is not used, right, so that service is not there. Alright, I guess we don't have much time, we are already 6:45, but we can do, my whole purpose was to show you that a lot can happen. I had planned to show you any, I planned to show you existing, use class and all those things, but that is for some other time. Should I thank and close it? Should I thank and close it? Yeah. So thank you so much. Last 30 seconds. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much for coming. And I hope again you come. But from July we are starting this city tour where I come to your city. We have been doing that. And we'll learn all these topics like 4 hours, 5 hours. Sorry, some of your questions got cut in the between, but we can do that for a whole day. I learn from you, whatever I know I can teach you, and I'm very sure. See, one thing, everyone. Today I'm speaking here just like that. It does not mean I know more than you. It's just it happened that today I'm speaking, tomorrow you can come here and teach all of us. And I want all of you to be speaker. But it's not like 6 days before engineering can I be a speaker. You have to plan, you have to involve from beginning. You have to create that confidence. So keep coming, and next year let's take a place that we will make it 1,000 developers conference. Will we make it? Yes. One last time, let me take a selfie with you. Can we stand and take a selfie, please? And NG, can we say NG India? NG India, NG India, NG India, NG India, NG India. Thank you so much everyone, you were a lovely crowd.